Just takes a minute. It just takes a minute to go live.
Yeah.
We're loading up as we speak.
Yeah. It's 1900 hours.
Right, that's fantastic. Right, guys.
We are live.
We are live. Welcome to the Wednesday Lifestyle Secrets presentation meeting. It's going to be a great meeting tonight. We've got two amazing speakers, as usual. Backed by popular demand is our mentor, CashFX mentor even, 𝙏𝙝𝙖𝙣𝙠 𝙔𝙤𝙪. Julianne is from Ireland, and she's going to be showing the presentation tonight. And then we will be going over to John Bates, manager in the company, and he will be showing you his back office and what's happened over the last week on his back office live to you guys, so you can see how CashFX is working behind the scenes. Yeah, and it's working really well. A little bit about myself. During the day, I am a lorry driver, and my wife works in sales. She's actually in the other room at the moment working from home. And we started CashFX about 14 months ago. And we've moved on from strength to strength. We started on the lowest package you can start with CashFX, which is a $300 package. And now we both have a $7,000 contract. We have two of those. And within the next few weeks, we're both going to be moving up to $10,000. So the growth in CashFX is absolutely incredible. So what I'm going to do is pass over to Julianne, and we'll get the presentation underway. So over to you, Julianne.
All right, thanks, Kevin. Oh dear, I nearly broke a glass there. Apologies with the brightness behind me. It's just we're so bright and sunny over here in Ireland, you know, and hopefully you will think the same about this meeting, and especially this business. I mean, you know, this is no ordinary business, but that's not to say it is not for the ordinary people. It is built for the ordinary people. And that's why we're all here. And I think it's really commendable, you know, the people who are watching either live right now or get it and catch up, really commendable that you've taken a leap of faith to look at something a little bit outside the box, because, you know, there's so many naysayers out there. There's so many skeptics. There's so many people go around saying things are too good to be true. And you know, generally there can be, you know, no doubt about it. You have to err on the side of caution. But the fact that you've taken a leap of faith and come on here this evening to take a look at this fantastic business is step number one in skilling yourself and, you know, arming yourself with the ammunition that you need to make a really educated decision. So I'm going to just get stuck on in and give you all the information. It's literally just an overview, and you'll get a chance to answer questions, not on this, because we like to keep it quite short and sweet, and just get with the people who invited you and ask the questions from them. If you're not getting any joy from them, you will, but if you're not, there's always one of us on here that is very, very willing to help answer any question that you have. And it's, believe me, no such thing as a stupid question. It's nothing we haven't heard already before. So just sit back, get your cup of tea, glass of wine, whatever it is, and I am going to introduce you to CashFX. Okay, so I am sharing my screen right now, and I think it is, everybody can see it okay? Yeah? John, just give me a wee bit of feedback there. Can you see it okay, Kevin?
I can see your screen fine.
Happy days. Okay, right. Well, we'll get stuck in. Okay, I don't know what many of you know about CashFX before coming on here, but basically CashFX is just short for Cash Forex Group. Okay, and what it is we benefit from the foreign exchange market. So I'm going to go on about that on this next slide. Now, as you can see here, with the market comparisons, most of us have probably not heard of the Forex market. Most of us haven't heard of the equities market or futures market, but many of you will have heard of the stock exchange. And usually that's pretty baffling to us all, isn't it? I mean, we don't get taught these things in school. And the thing about the New York Stock Exchange, because it's this big, giant baffling thing that we don't know much about, we think it's like, untouchable. But anything is possible out there, and anybody can tap into any of these markets if they so wish, but you just need to understand how to. It's all about education. So, but look at the stock exchange. Well, this is probably one of the ones, one out of the four that we've heard of. It's actually a hell of a lot smaller than the foreign exchange market, which we tap into. So it trades $20 billion every day, whereas the foreign exchange market that we benefit from absolutely generates just huge amounts more, which is 5.3 trillion. So it's a hugely lucrative market that the general public haven't quite, discovered the secret as to how to tap into it yet. The big elites out there are making fortunes out of it, but so brilliant that this business has come along to allow the general public to tap into it. Yeah. So if you're a wee bit skeptical and you're new on here this evening and watching this, well, that's natural, but it's not that far-fetched, when there's $5.3 trillion being generated, being traded every single day on the foreign exchange market. Why can't the general public just, tap into it? So it's there's nothing too good to be true about it. Okay, so it's the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. I've already said that bit. And it's historically proven to be recession-proof. This business is 2 years now. It's past its 2-year anniversary. Fairly unheard of, for starter companies online. So we're very, very proud to announce that we've passed our 2-year stage. But during that 2-year stage, we were hit by a global pandemic. And we can now proudly say that we're also pandemic-proof or COVID-proof, whatever you want to say as well, because the hit that we took throughout COVID was minimal. So, and we're still going strong. And many, many companies have folded while we've been going strong. It's the most flexible risk management strategies available within the business, and you can leverage and compound your capital to maximize the gains. Just in simple terms, we teach you how to profit. And it trades 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Even the traders need some time off at the weekend. It's a tough business for them. Their wee brains are ticking over all day long. Okay, so about the CashFX group, we're going to give a wee bit of background before we get into, the detail. Just to give you a wee bit of background, because it's really, really important if you're choosing a business that's a little bit outside the tradition or traditional style businesses. It's good for you to understand, what we stand for. And this page really does sum that up in a nutshell. Our core values, transparent, and these aren't just words, we literally do, live and breathe this as a business, and being in the business over a year, I can truly hold my hands up and vouch for that. So transparency, honesty, respect to our members. We believe these values are the keys to long-term successful partnership with our global members. Our purpose is to provide CashFX global membership with our premium academy and our proprietary automated trading technology to assist members as they discover financial success within the Forex marketplace. And our positioning, our premium academy includes the most basic foreign exchange trading concepts and instruction, while also supporting members that choose to develop trading skills, concepts, and mental development skills as they progress to advanced and professional strategies in trading skills, concepts, and mental development. Now, there's no need to be, to do that, but as we go through the presentation, you'll see that you don't need to learn about trading yourself. But it's good to know too. It's up to you. So good to have a wee chat about our founders. We've got Huáscar López and 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙧 𝙁𝙗𝙧. They're co-CEOs, marriage made in heaven, because one of them, Huáscar, is an industry leader in network marketing and cryptocurrencies, and 𝙏𝙗𝙧 has a passion for foreign exchange trading. So the two of them together, have made up this fantastic unicorn business, as we call it, called CashFX. So just to read the top bit there, CashFX was developed by professionals that have always wanted more from life. And they want that for us. They recognize that, the masses, the general public can tap into this hugely lucrative market, and they've brought that to us. The group includes professionals and experts in project management, network marketing, financial markets, and include a highly trained staff in the educational arena. The CFX team shares a passion to help its members master their own financial independence and success. Very, very, very true. Once you're on the inside, you'll see that in abundance. Okay, now we've got offices, we've got premises, and you might think, well, big wow, but don't most businesses, not most businesses online. Most businesses online tend to have premises that they rent. And that's a bit of a red flag if you ask me. Whereas here at CashFX, our premises are completely owned. It's the full 9th floor of the RBS building, and it is paid outright from profits from the foreign exchange market. And really, really, really encouraging and comforting to know that had they had premises that were rented, all they got to do is just up sticks and leave and run off. They could run off with their money. But let's just put it this way. When you've got premises that are bought and owned outright, it's comforting to know that they're here for the duration. And the big grand opening, I told you we're all in business 2 years. Big unveiling, the big grand opening is going to happen now in the next month or two. Big ribbon cutting ceremony, and it's going to be huge. It would have happened only for COVID there a good year and a half ago, but it's sometimes some best things are good things come to those who wait. Okay, all right. So the biggest thing that stands out in CashFX is our trading success. Okay, now you don't need to be a trader. Okay, there's a lot of people who benefit from the foreign exchange market who are traders themselves. They've spent hours and hours and hours and hours in the classroom, and they still maybe don't gain. They maybe gain a lot, but they can lose a lot. But CashFX has set up a platform that allows the professionals to trade for us. Okay, so just reading this wee blurb here, it says our success is achieved with a combination of live professional traders, proprietary algorithms. We manage all our trading systems from our own facilities. Our team of professionals have extensive experience in both foreign exchange trading and EA design and management. So these are highly, highly skilled foreign exchange traders who work in-house and are headed up by 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙠, the CEO, and they all stick together so that they can share, how to, improve, which is really encouraging as well. They're not just operating out of, different facilities. Okay, so they all communicate together and to make us better, which is amazing. Okay, we've got really highfalutin marketing tools. Members have industry leading tools available to them, share the benefits in CFX in all approved countries. Marketing resources are currently available in multiple languages as well. We are a global business. We have people on our teams that are from South Africa, from Australia, from I was going to say Cyprus there, John, but not Cyprus, unfortunately, but Canada. We've got people from all over the world. And it's really, really good to know that if they want to hear a business overview, it's in every language possible, which is amazing. So very, very well developed system. Okay, now, even though I did say that we have a team of professionals that trade for us, you can also learn how to trade yourself if you want. So depending on what, there's different levels you can come into the business, depending on your comfort level financially. And I'll show you that in 1 second. But wherever you are in the business, you will have access, you will unlock different academy programs. So if you come in one of the lower sort of financial sides, you will have access to the Elemental series, and it introduces you to the world of Forex. You learn the basics and become familiar with important terms and concepts. And as you work your way up to the next level, which is Advanced Professional series, then it takes your skills that little bit further. And again, the Supreme series, once you go up the ranks in the business again, or if you come in at one of the higher ranks financially, you will be able to tap into the Supreme series. This is a university standard, education platform. So if you want, if you're happy enough for the traders to trade for you, that's fair enough. But if you really, really want to learn yourself, at least, that's there for you as well. Okay. Now, we talked about money there, didn't we? That's the big one, isn't it? Because, you know, anybody coming on is the first thing they're going to ask is, well, how much is it to, you know, get involved? So I'm just going to get straight into that. Well, how long's a piece of string, really? Well, when I say how long's a piece of string, you can come in at anything from $300, which in UK money right now is roughly about 220, 230. And it goes right up to 100,000. So there you are, 300, 500, 1,000, 2,000. This is dollars, by the way. And you go all the way up, all the way up. And then, as you can see, remember I was telling you about, you know, the education package that it unlocks, the highest level, the Supreme series. If you come in at 30 grand, you've got that top level of university standard education available to you instantly, whereas other people might have to work their way up to that. But yeah, so you can either come in to the business with $300 or anything in between, right up to this elusive 100,000, which is the top level. Okay, now I am going to move on and show you how that works. Okay. Right, now I've touched on it already a couple of times. You can either have the traders trade for you, and you can sit back, go to sleep, go to work, you know, look after your kids, do the dishes, whatever it is you need to do in life, and not even think about this business. Put your feet up and you can earn in your sleep. It really, truly is a business for everybody. And you can, so if you do that and you allow the traders to just trade for you, you are what they call a bear. Okay, now what a bear is, just to read the blurb here: passive participation through the purchase of any trade package is all that's required for you to benefit from bear capital, which includes trade earnings and forced matrix bonus. I'll go on about that in a second. Okay, so if you can be a passive member, sit back, relax, and enjoy the profits that you will reap from the earnings that the professional traders will do for you on a daily basis. And depending on what package you're on, it's relative, you know, the amount of profit that you earn from that. Okay, now this is where it gets really, really exciting. And this is the other part of the business where you can start earning a hell of a lot more and a hell of a lot faster. This is where you become a bull. Now, this is when you start to refer people. Now, what I do love about this business is I come in initially into this business as a bear. Okay, it gave me time. I was a little bit skeptical, a wee bit suspicious. I've been burnt in the past, and I just thought to myself, right, I had a lot going on in my life as well. There was lots of things going on, but it was wonderful to know that I was earning money going on, you know, coming on in the background. There was profits coming in every single week, but it also gave me time as well to do a lot more. I did research before I joined, and it's very, very wise, you know, for me to communicate that to you as well. Keep an open mind with anything negative you may hear. You know, I mean, ask us questions if you hear anything negative, rather than just, you know, shut it down, because you really could be missing out on a fantastic opportunity if you just, you know, shut it down in a heartbeat at the first sign of a red flag, you know. So, but believe me, you know, there's a lot more good news stories out there, and it just depends what you're looking for, you know. If you're looking for good, you'll find good. If you're looking for bad, you'll find bad. Simple as that. So there's the bear capital. And then after a few months, I started seeing everybody around me were just, you know, rocketing, you know, going to the moon with this business. And what were they doing differently to me? They were referring other people. They were sharing the business. The beautiful thing about it is there's no sales tactics. There's no, let's get your claws into this one, that one, and the other. Let's pester your family. Let's do that. It's not, it's literally just as simple as sharing a really good movie with your friends and family. Did you hear about this? Do you want it to come and, you know, join us on our meeting? If you do, great. Do you want to watch a wee video? Fantastic. That's it. Just share. That's it. There's nobody that is forcing or pressuring anybody to join this business. But you'll find we now have over 300,000 members globally because of people who participated in the bull side of the business. Yeah. So what happens in this business is you go up the ranks, you know, from the $300. Yeah. Say you come in at $300, you're going to earn profit every single week, and that profit's going to accumulate. Eventually, you're going to have $200 spare from your profits, and you can then buy the next package. And now you've got $500. Now $500 is going to be trading for you. Well, the guts of that, I'll go into that in a second. The guts of $500 is going to be traded for you every day on the foreign exchange market. Profits from that, from the 500, you need that. You need another 500 to accumulate before you can go to the 1,000. Now you've 1,000 trading on the foreign exchange market, and in turn, you're receiving a percentage profit a lot more. So it just goes up and up and up like that, okay? So the more you go up the ranks, right up to the elusive 100K, yeah? It depends whether, the speed at how you go through those ranks depends on whether you're a bear or a bull, okay? A bear, it's going to probably take, if you come in at $300 at current interest rates at the minute, now bear in mind that interest rates can fluctuate, but we're over the last, I'd say, year and a half, we've been in and around about returning about 5% per week. And it's fairly consistent, 5.5, 5.7, 5.2, that kind of thing. So at those kind of current rates of return, you can expect to get to the 100,000 package inside around about 5 years. Now, what does that mean to you? What that means to you is, right, you're now on a £100,000 trading packet, $100,000, sorry. And that $100,000 that is trading for you every single day is going to, if you're a bear and you're a passive member, it's going to return for you approximately $3,500 every single week. I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't know any business that you can go from, you know, $300, you can go from like earning $10 a week right up to $3,500 a week inside 5 years. I don't know any businesses that do that. But anyway, this is why it's very special. And you don't have to lift a finger. This is you being passive. Now, if you're a bull, yeah, and you refer and you share it with other people, your journey from $300,000 right up to that elusive 100,000 is a hell of a lot faster. Okay, a lot faster, because what's happening then is not only are you generating profits from the foreign exchange market to be able to accumulate up until you get to the next package, yeah, you're also going to be tapping into all these other bonuses. Look, bull capital rewards, which include fast start bonus, uni level bonus, matching matrix bonus, leadership rank bonus. All these bonuses are going to be piling on top of your profits, which means you can jump up to the next level much, much, much faster. Now, we have got people in the business who have went from $300 to $100 in less than a year in this business. And that's because they've shared it with other people. And we're going to actually speak to John a little bit later, who is on this amazing, big fanfare, you know, when he got to $100,000. Everyone was so proud of him. He did it in just over a year. I mean, my goodness, we're all just so delighted, you know, to have seen that, because he's our mentor and we learn from him. And it's great to have someone who leads by example. So we'll introduce him in a minute. But anyway, so you can be a bear, passive member, very wise to be a bull, which I did. I was a bear to start with, and then I just saw everybody around me running rings around me, and I thought, I got to tap into this. So that's when I started sharing it. But you get a wee bit more confidence in sharing it a little bit down the road a bit too, because you start seeing the profits coming in, and every single week without fail, this business has paid us and paid us on time, and have not let us down, not yet. No, don't mean that as if they're going to. I don't believe they will. But, you know, they really are massively, you know, when they say they're going to do something, they do it. They keep us informed as well. I love that. I love that about this business. So there you go. Bear or bull, your choice. But if you're wise, you'll be a bull. Simple as that. Anyway, but nobody's forcing you either way. Okay, right. Let's break it down. Okay, because remember I said the guts of $300 is going to be traded for you on the foreign exchange market, or the guts of $1,000. We're going to take $1,000 package as an example, because it's just easier for mathematical reasons and for my brain to get my head around it and hopefully explain it to you as well. So you, let's say for talk's sake, you come into this business with $1,000 trading pack. That's approximately UK money about £800, maybe a bit less. Okay, with the exchange, the dollar exchange rate at the minute. Now, what happens with that $1,000 pack? Well, first and foremost, 70% of it, that's the guts of it that I'm talking about, gets traded for you every day. So that gets sent to our highly reputable highly, what's the word? I always forget this word. Regulated, that's the word. Our highly regulated broker called 𝙏𝙗𝙬𝙧, and they trade the 70% on our behalf, and your money is fully safe, fully insured with them. Okay, so $700 is traded every single day for you, and as a result, returning about 1% per day at the minute, or 5% per week, you're going to generate something around about $40 a week on that pack, roughly. All right. Now, as you can imagine, the $40 is going to grow and grow and grow and grow every single week until you get to this stage here. You see over here, 2,000. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do when you get to this stage. When your $1,000 package grows to 2,000, that's only another $1,000. You can just say, right, goodbye, CashFX. Thank you very much. I've doubled my money. You've been good to me. Took me about 4 or 5, maybe 6 months. And wow, wouldn't have got that anywhere else, and say goodbye. Kiss goodbye to the company. Not many people do that, by the way, because they see, you know, the potential in it. But you can do that if you want. And it's just capped at that. All right. Now, the next thing you can do is you can actually put your $1,000. You've got your 1,000 already that you come in with, and the 1,000 difference, which is making it up to 2,000. Just before you get to the $2,000, you can then put that money and sort of reinvest it back into the business and buy yourself up to the next package, which is a $2,000 package. So now you've got 70% of $2,000 is trading on the foreign exchange market for you, and you're generating 5% of that. So you've just doubled your income inside the space of about 4 or 5 months if you're passive. A lot quicker if you refer other people. Okay. Or there's another thing you can do. You can withdraw some money. Say you needed, you know, your bathroom done, or the boiler breaks down. You could take out $500, and then you just have to wait a little bit longer for that $500 to, you know, accumulate back up again with your profits. Okay, so you can do whatever you want with that profit. Okay, withdraw it, or, you know, reinvest it into the business. I hope that makes sense. Okay. So $700 out of my $1,000 package being traded. So what's happening to my other part, my $300? Well, that $300 is, number one, it unlocks the academy. It unlocks the university standard training on learning everything there is to know about learning to trade, you know, just to either have a background knowledge or to learn to go and do it yourself. It's up to you. I mean, this is worth way, way, way more than $300, or, you know, or $40, $50 if you buy a $300 pack. It's absolutely amazing, just that for that 30% to go towards that alone. However, it also goes towards rewarding people for sharing as well. Okay, so 50% of it, which is $150, goes towards, you know, let's say another person. Let's say me, I introduced John into the business. He comes in straight away with the $1,000 package, and I will receive a fast start bonus of $150. Okay, and then this $150, the other $150, you know, say I brought John, then John brought in Kevin, then Kevin brought in Murray, and Murray brought in Phil. There's all these different levels going on. Yeah. And that $150 is split between all of those people as well. So it's really worth it to build a real big empire for yourself. Fantastic, because you get little dribs and drabs from here and there that really, really add up. All right. Okay. Now, I said that the trading results are, well, for about the last year and a half, they've been averaging around about 5%. We can earn anything up to 15% per week. It is a cap. We're not there at that level yet. Back in the beginning, it was around about 7, 8, 9%. COVID hit, brought it down to about maybe 6%, 5.5. But 15% is the cap. So bring it on, you know, get COVID out of the road and it'll pull it back up again, you know. But anyway, all right. So yes, I already explained the fast start bonus. If I bring John in, he has a $1,000 pack. I get 50% of the 30%, if that makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Okay, then you've got this uni level bonus. This is where, if you can imagine, you've got a level 1. So John's on my level 1, Kevin's on my level 2, not physically, by the way, everyone. I'm just using those names for, John's at the top of us all, by the way. But anyway, just John's my level 1. He brought Kevin in. He's my level 2. Kevin brought Murray in. Murray's level 3, and they brought Phil in, and she's at level 4. Okay, so if I bring so someone on my level 4, I might not even know who they are, because it's somebody that Kevin brought in or somebody that Murray brought in, but I'm still earning 10% of the other 50% of the 30%. Bit complicated, I know, but look, you don't need to know all of this at this point. We're just giving you an idea of the potential. Now, remember we said that you can earn, if you get away up to that $100,000 pack, you're going to be generating an income of around about $3,500 every single week on passive trading alone. When you start sharing this business with other people and you start moving up to this level, which is executive, the blue, up to manager, the red, up to the green, which is director, and so on and so on, you're unlocking a lot more levels. You're unlocking level 5. You can't earn on level 5 when you are just at this stage. See where my arrow is? But when you're an executive, you can earn on level 5 and 6. Earn from those people. When you're a manager, you can earn from level 7 and level 8, and so on and so on. So it pays, wouldn't you be a bit gutted if you've had people on level 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 and you were still sitting at this level? You'd be thinking, oh, I could be earning on them, but I haven't pushed my way up enough, through the management ranks. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, so so it's really, really lucrative. Passively, you can be earning about £3,500 a week when you get to 100,000. But if you have a team around you, I mean, the world's your oyster. I mean, I know John's going to show us his back office here. He is at the £100,000 package. He is at this stage here, the red stage. He is tapping into people on level 7 and level 8. Yeah, and fortunes he's earning, and I'm just going to let him show you what he's earning. So it's really impressive, so stay tuned. Anyway, okay, there's another bonus. I love this one. I earn a fortune from this one every month, and basically, if you might find this when you're doing a bit of research on CashFX, they charge a 20% withdrawal fee. Well, if you look at that in isolation, this is what I mean by when you hear something negative, come and ask us about it, because some people think, that's ridiculous. They charge a 20% withdrawal fee. Well, it's actually not a fee. It's actually a contribution, because the company doesn't take that. That 20% is divided up amongst all the people that are up just that little bit. There's me there, 100K. Well, I wish. There's 3 people below me get a proportion of that 20% fee. Then those 3 under this guy gets that, and those 3 under this guy get some more. And believe me when I say, out of all the withdrawals I've done over the past year, I've earned a lot more out of the forced matrix. So it comes back to you tenfold, 20-fold, and John will show you that as well in the back office. Okay, but again, you don't need to understand all this. It took us all a couple of months to get our head around all of this, but I'm literally just showing it for the potential. Okay, to show you the potential. Forced matrix is another fantastic. That is the forced matrix. So now this I'm just going to end on is the leadership program. So basically, this is where they reward you for sharing and growing the business, so to speak. So this is where you go from, you can start earning on level 5 and level 6, and all the people are in level 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Yeah, so you have to build some points. Yeah, so you get points from different, people coming into your business. So the more points you have, it makes prizes. And in our case, the prizes are the accolade of jumping from a normal ace trader up to executive. And then when you get to executive, once you've hit the points levels, you get the manager, then director, and it keeps going up to global ambassador. Now, where do you see the fantastic prizes you get for getting, the company rewards people for getting to these stages. So first and foremost, when you get to executive, they'll give you a top of the range, state of the art iPad, and it's worth $900. Or you can take the cash equivalent. Unfortunately, they don't give you the full cash equivalent, but it's decent. They give you 75% of that in cash and paid right into your Bitcoin wallet. And then when you get to the next level, which is manager, they'll give you, again, an absolutely beautiful Rolex watch, whatever floats your boat. Some people would love, the gift. Others will get the cash equivalent, $7,500. John will show you in his back office where he opted not to take the Rolex watch. You know, he looks expensive enough. You know, he doesn't need to be flashy, you know, no more. You should see his car, though. You should see his car, which he bought from CashFX alone. But I'll let him brag in a minute. But not that he's a bragger. He's just showing you the potential. But anyway, $7,500 John opted to take when he got to this stage. And you'll see it in his back office where it's just added to his profits, which meant he could jump through the ranks a lot quicker just from this bonus alone. Get to this stage, director, our lovely mentor, James, who introduced us all into this business. He's not here this evening. I want to give a wee shout out to him because he's very ill. He's at this level, and unfortunately, due to COVID, he could have taken that lovely top of the range holiday, but he opted to take the income, which was 75% off the $15,000. What a holiday for $15,000, eh? Next stage, this is where it gets, you know, really, really, you know, this is where the shivers start. You know, you can have a Porsche when you get to president's level or the cash equivalent, and the Ferrari. Oh, it's like some people are really starting to sweat now. And then the very top level in the business is the Lamborghini. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't think I'd be taking no cash equivalent when those sort of things are faced, you know, in front of my nose. But it's lovely that the business, you know, have these rewards and prizes and incentives. And I do have to add that they are not on lease. They're not rented. If the company folded in the morning, you don't have to hand them back. They are bought outright. That is an absolute testament to the how solid this company is. And just another little tick in the box for me in feeling more comfortable with CashFX as a business. Now, I am finished. You'll be glad to know. I'm going to hand you back to Kevin, our lovely host for this evening. And Kevin's at executive level. Actually, he's got himself a lovely... Did you get the iPad, Kevin, or did you take the money?
No, we took the money. $675, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, we don't need an iPad. We've got like 2 computers and an iPad already. So
it's good to have a choice then, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just amazing to see people that have hit these rank prizes. You know, as Julianne said, John, we've had the iPad, John's had the iPad and the Rolex, and James, who's we've been friends with for 25 years. Yeah, has had the iPad, he's had the Rolex, and he got the holiday vouchers. You know, he's in prizes alone, James has hit around, what's it, 11, so nearly $20,000. In rank prizes. You know, and that's unheard of. You know, years ago I was involved in a networking company, and the rank prizes that they did, it was like never knew anyone who would ever achieved it. With CFX, so many people are achieving these levels and moving on to so much success. And as James says, success leaves clues with CFX, and it's just absolutely exploding all over the world. It's an incredible business. And Julianne, what an amazing presentation once again. Yeah, we absolutely love having you on. If we could have you every week, we would. The presentation is absolutely brilliant. It really is. So anyway, we'll move on to the next part of the meeting, which is John Bates, manager. It was my father. John started in the business, as Julianne said, I think it's about 15, 16 months ago now. And he started on a 500 package. Yeah, he put $500 into this company, and I've seen it firsthand in front of me. Yeah, he's moved all the way up to the 100,000 package. And John's going to show you his back office and the kind of incomes that he's able to achieve now. Now, he's not showing you these incomes to brag, as Julianne said. He's showing you to show you what is actually available with this company. You know, this is a company that in the time that we've been involved, have delivered on every promise, and they continue to do so. With the end of the month, we have an end of the month meeting where the CEO comes on, gives us corporate updates. It's live streamed to YouTube. This company is one of the most transparent companies I've ever been involved in. And we are so proud to be involved with this company. So without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to John, and over to you, John.
Okay, absolutely brilliant, Kevin. Really appreciate the kind words about your father. That's, I tell you what, that's wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful in life to have your son actually extorting your values. Isn't that incredible? Could Julie unshare her screen?
Oh yes, sorry about that. There we go.
Oh, hi Julie. You're probably my fizzog now. Or you should be getting my fizzog. Can anyone see me talking?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Right, let me tell you a little bit about myself and where I come from first. I've built both conventional and network marketing businesses over the years, but on the approach to the young age of 70 years, I was still working at the age of 70. I decided to retire and take it easy. Kevin remembers this as well. I lasted 3 weeks before realizing that retirement was not for me.
I told him to go and play golf, but he wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I'm crap on the golf course, I tell you. But I certainly could learn it at a later date, certainly now, because I don't have to be anywhere. But I lasted 3 weeks, as I said. And Kevin mentioned my good friend, James Curtis. James and I have been good friends for what, 26 years, mostly in another company that unfortunately in its 95th year folded. And that is where the search began. James and I started looking. James was very IT and I was very Fred Flintstone. Yeah, absolutely. And the search began to come out of the dark ages business-wise. James is an IT genius. He's a graphic designer. He's everything I'm not. And I came out of the dark ages into the 21st century, helped by James. God, that man has he has the patience of Job to actually bring a 70-odd-year-old person into the modern era. And hey, he's my hero. And I gotta say, I live in his shadow, and I'm proud to be there. So it took 2 years in a minefield of disaster before James and I found CashFX. Was it worth those 2 years? You goddamn bet it was. This was the finest thing we have ever become involved in. Now, we were first introduced to it by our good friend in Canada, 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙬 𝙁𝙤𝙧 in the July of 2019. And because all of us are probably, due to experience, born skeptics. Hi, Julie.
Yeah.
James and I put it down to Luigi's idea of the month. But I kept monitoring what Luigi was doing, and we got on with James and I got on with other things we were working with, which didn't work out. But by towards the end of the year, I said to James, I said, I tell you what, pal, I think we dropped the bloody ball here, because Luigi's earning, hey, check this out. I said, Luigi's earning $30,000 a month. A month, folks. We thought that was enormous. And that actually caused us to do something we hadn't done back in July. We actually had a look at it. And very quickly, James and I said, hey, we want a part of this. And both of us joined at the $500 level. That, for those who are good at conversions, is around about £400. We joined at the 500 level. It was James's turn to go in first, but as friends, we always took turns who was first and who was under who. And I am actually a third of James Curtis's business. And when you look at my back office and what I'm actually making, bear in mind, I'm only a third of James's business, so check out what he's earning. Hey, the guy deserves every penny of it. Right, now what I need to do, I'm going to get into my back office. Or enough of the waffle. I'm going to get into my back office. There we are. I'm going to log in. Oh God, it does that every time. Now, is that a taxi? Well, it's not a train. That's got to be a taxi. I bet that's another taxi. And I'm going to vary. Username and email can't be empty. No, of course it can't. There we are. Boom. That's okay. Oh, doesn't it make it hard for you when you don't want it to do it? It's still playing me up, isn't it? CashFX group, John. Oh, right. This is what's called the two-factor authentication. And everybody gets this. Once everybody invests their hard-earned money into CashFX, they then are required to instigate two-factor authentication as an extra layer of protection against their funds. So here we go. Right, boom, here we go, 370. I can tell you what the figures are because they only last 30 seconds. 397. Please go. Oh, wow. Isn't that great? Yeah.
Tom, you need to share your screen.
Oh, right. I need to share my screen. Right. This is going to be good then. How do I get back to that? Share screen. Share screen. Can you now see my screen?
Yeah, I can see the CFX back office.
See, I am living proof that you don't have to be clever to build this thing. My first motor car was made of concrete and I had to walk it along the road like Fred Flintstone did. Yeah, I really go back to that age. Okay, here we are. Now we know it's my account because here's my referral link and here's my name, John Bates. Don't abuse it. I've had it now for 77 years. It's the best name I've ever had. Okay, that was the link to the end of the month meeting that Kevin mentioned about, that 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙑 it takes part in the end of the month meeting every month, usually on the last day of the month, but the last day actually fell on a Saturday, I think, so it was on the Monday. And 𝙏𝙗𝙖𝙑 gives us all the updates and exactly what's happening. There's so much transparency. I've never seen that amount before. There's some guys who won they won prizes to go to the opening ceremony in Panama City of the offices on the 9th floor of the RBS Tower. These guys are going there, all expenses paid, flights and everything. Obviously, it's very restricted because of COVID, but they are going for the opening ceremony. I think it's the 28th of August.
Yes, 25th, I think.
25th, is it, Kev? Yeah.
So
See, that's why I keep Kevin around, because he keeps updating my memory, which so he should. Okay, here we go. Okay. Now, here's an interesting one. Interestingly enough, I'll show you first. There I am on the 100K package, as everyone said. These guys here, these are the last 7 people that joined my business. I've no idea who they are. I don't even know them. But this guy here is on my 11th level, 12th level. This guy here, Joy, or gal, is Joy Brown, is on my 17th level. I'm now over 20 levels deep in my business. And I don't know most of them. Isn't that absolutely incredible? And here you are is where I am at the moment. Look, I am currently a manager. There we are. The points that Kevin talked about, I'm 100% the manager. Do you know what's interesting? The next level up, I'm already 100% to director, which is where James is. And I'm already 35% in points value towards becoming a president. Isn't that incredible for a guy who joined this at 75 years of age? Hey, I'm supposed to be buried by then. Everybody's supposed to mourn me and say, oh God, he was a lovely guy and all the rest of it. No, I'm still ducking and weaving and going for it. Yeah.
Just to clarify, director, you're 100% a director.
Yeah.
Once you go director, all you need to do now is break to managers.
That's right.
Be director.
Here's the challenge at the moment. I require 2 managers in 2 separate legs.
You have one.
I've got 2 managers in 1 leg. I need to break a manager in one of my other legs and I become a director where James is.
Which you're very close to.
Very close to it.
I did notice at the top of your screen, if you go up,
yeah,
to your lifetime earnings, you've just gone over 200,000 in lifetime earnings.
Yes. Now remember, folks, James and I joined this at $500. We ain't put a penny more in. We've compounded our interest, and the very minute we had enough funds in our balance to move up to the next package and earn twice as much, that's exactly what we did. And I said in the early days, I'm going to stick with this till I'm 15,000 or 15K package. And at 15K, then I'll start taking money out for myself, you know, for the fun things like
cars.
Yeah. Taking the wife to Matalan.
Holidays.
I take the wife to Matalan and let her buy a new dress. Isn't that good enough? What is interesting is, look at that, there I am at manager. Now, people won't understand this, but the points are half of the turnover that your organization has created for the company. You can already see that my business alone is creating 5.5 million. I think that's how it works out, isn't it? 5.5 million turnover for the company. That's why they can afford to pay me. Isn't that incredible? Because I'm on the 100K package, I can't climb up to another level. So all I have here is renew. When my 100K maxes out, I've made over 200,000 plus loads more with it. I then purchase another 50,000, 70,000 or 100,000 package, and it all starts all over again. Isn't that great? Right. Let's look at some, let's look at the real interesting stuff. Right, the trading pool. As everybody said, the trading pool comes in every day for everyone. Now, at the 100,000 package, I am trading, remember 70% is trading. I'm trading $70,000 every day on the Forex market, done by the professionals, not me. Good God. There is no, I couldn't live long enough to learn to be a professional trader. Not that I'd want to. They do it on my behalf. So here we are on the 2nd of August, right? With doing absolutely diddly squat, I earned $756. And here we are on the 3rd of August. When was that? Oh, that was yesterday. Yesterday. Another 70,000 trading. I earned, without doing diddly squat, another $721. So far this month, and we're only 2 days into a 5-day period, I've actually got sat there $1,477 for doing what? Diddly squat. Isn't that absolutely incredible? Do you know what's even more incredible? Is what we're going to go on to next. Because I've been in network marketing, and so has James, for many, many years, we realized that the way forward was to share your good fortune with others. Some of them will join you, and some of them won't. Well, they will eventually when they see as you're growing in this kosher company. And the first one that was mentioned when Julianne was showing the opportunity was the uni-level bonuses. Do you know that that is the most magical one? That's the one with all those chevrons. See all those chevrons? I absolutely love chevrons. They're absolutely brilliant. I was initially paid on my first 4 levels at 10%. Then I went up to executive. And I was now an executive, and I'm now paid on 5 and 6 at 20%. And then I become a manager, and I'm paid on 7 and 8 at 5%. Can you see how that boosts your actual trading profit? Now, you got to remember, we are only 2 days into the week of trading. 2 days, folks. Here we are. Good, that's 10, 40. There's over 40 payments gone into my account from people I don't even know. Look at this guy here, John Plumley. I'd love to get to know John. Look, he's on my level 5 and I earned 20%. Remember, as an executive, you got 20% and I made $6. Isn't that great? Here's another guy here, level 5, 20%. I made $150. All of this adds up, and currently I'm at $810 just on my uni level, and I'm only 2 days in.
It shows the growth in the business, doesn't it?
Absolutely phenomenal. The fact, Kevin, I don't even know these people. Yes, yeah. I do recognize Motorcycle. You couldn't forget that name, could you? I do recognize him. I made $45 on him. We've never met.
Yeah, Unilever is such a powerful bonus.
Yeah, chances are we never will meet. Now, let's look at the next. There's the uni level. Here's the matrix. I love the matrix. The matrix is 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. 3 introduce, 3 introduce, 3 introduce, 3 introduce, 3. All the people that join you that go into your uni level bonus also get placed in your matrix at the next available slot. And it builds and builds and builds and builds. I'm paid 10 levels down on the matrix. Absolutely incredible.
The matrix paid out 2 days ago, so this is just 3 days earnings.
Mm-hmm. Yes. The matrix pays out twice a month, on the 1st of the month and on the 16th of the month. Right? We're only 2 days into 14 days, so there's 12 days to go, and I'm already at $336.25.
Wow.
What? Oh, look, Motorcycles turned up again. $22.50.
He just rode on in there, didn't he?
Yeah. I think he's got a beard and he rides a Harley Davidson. Yeah, that's my vision of him anyway. Okay, let's look at where do we go now? Oh, my balance. Yeah, you're going to hate my balance.
We are going to love your balance.
I don't know about that, John.
I've got $49 in it. Now.
49 cents?
49 cents, sorry, yeah, cents. I'm going to change this to 100 rows for ease of working. Because what I want to do, good God, look at all of them. What I'm going to do is I want to take you back to the beginning. Because that's a very, very good place to start. Oh, that's the Sound of Music, isn't it? Are anyone old enough to remember the Sound of Music?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Here we are when James first joined. It's a little earlier than I actually thought and James actually thought, because figures don't lie. That was the 26th of October 2019. And we joined at $500 with no team, zero everything. And in our first week of trading profit only, I made $26.44. Wow. That was life-changing. Actually, it was life-changing. Because week 2 of joining, I made 39, 32, 41, 31. Can you see how this is all just trading, folks?
Yeah, because when you first started, you started passively for the first month or so, didn't you?
Yeah, because James and I were still involved with another company that we were tying things down and shutting it down, weren't we?
Yeah.
And here we are. We had accumulated by the 22nd of March 2020, which is why I always tend to say March. We were able to withdraw $650 and upgrade to the $1,000 package. And here we are. We introduced someone here. We had a fast start bonus of $75.
This is where you started sponsoring and taking the business serious.
That might have been you, Kevin.
Yeah, quite possibly. Well, we started on 300, I think. So the $45 up a bit further, that was me.
Yeah. But because we'd introduced someone, we now qualified for the additional bonuses, like the uni level. And here we are, we made $7.50 in uni level bonus. Next trading pool, next trading pool, next trading pool. Somebody else joined us.
That was me.
That was you, wasn't it, Julie? Oh, love you to bits, girl. Love you to bits. Really do. Here was my son, Kev. Kevin actually saw the light by when was that?
Oh, we were together.
I think you was in a couple of months, and I was watching what you was doing and prejudging the business. And then after a while, I thought, okay, hang on, this is working. So I signed up.
That works out on the timing, because I didn't really get started till March, did I? Sharing it with people. And here you are on the 7th of May, and that's where you joined, and I made $45.
A $300 contract.
Yeah, $300 contract, and it kept going up and up. Look at all those figures. Here's the point. I then made a $2,500 withdraw, and that's where I must have upgraded to 2K, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You'd
upgraded
5 or 7.
5 or 7. I can't remember. Good grief. Yeah. I lose count. I'm just shell shocked at how well this thing worked. And it worked and worked and worked, and we worked our way up. Here I did another withdraw in the 7th of the 9th, 5,870. I requested, the 675 is when I went executive. Do you remember I took the money for the iPad instead of the iPad? They paid that straight in and straight out into my Exodus wallet. Absolutely phenomenal. I made another withdrawal there, then it gets stupid. Okay, let's see if we can get right back to date. Now, what I'm going to say about to date, I am not showing people these figures to say how incredible John Bates is. John Bates is just an ordinary guy. Okay, I've had businesses in construction in the conventional field, and yeah, we made a good living. We never made a fortune. Very few of us do make the fortune. I'm just an ordinary guy who started at a low figure, and maybe because of my self-employment training, if you like, and maybe my Navy training, I don't know. I just get on and I create plans and I build it. I make goals and I go for the goals and I say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to get it so-and-so by the end of the month. And that's why 14, 15 months later, here's what I'm drawing from it and the incomes I'm making. Here I've withdrawn $13,740 for the week, folks, 13th of the 3rd. The next one was the 20th of the 3rd. I drew 6,778 a week later. 27th of the 3rd. Is that another 7 days later? It is, isn't it? I drew another $3,604.81. Oh God, it carries on. The 3rd of April, I drew 6,200. This is getting stupid, folks. Do you know, my good lady was, many times she said to me, look at it all coming out. My good lady said to me, Pauline, my good lady of 56 years, 57 years in May of next year, 57 years, that woman's cooked my tea. I feel so blessed, I tell you. She does a brilliant Sunday roast. So what could you say? Actually, my Pauline's got her own CashFX account and she's on the 10K package. What about that? What about that? And Pauline said to me, how on earth can they afford to pay us this sort of income? And I showed you earlier on that we had created over 5.5 million in turnover for the company. That's why they can afford to pay us. Did we start at these figures? No. We started at $26, worked our rear end off, worked our way off it, and 14 months later, we're drawing these sort of figures from our account. What I'd say to everybody who's watching this and new people, if you are looking to change your life, then change your thinking. If you're looking in the next 18 months to be financially free, work this as if your life depends on it, and you'll never regret it. And with that, I'll pass you back to Kevin.
Thank you, John. If you can stop sharing.
Okie dokie, mate. Stop share. Boom.
Lovely. Now, yeah, thank you for showing us that, John. You know, this is why CFX is so transparent, guys, because you ask any member in CFX and they will show you their back office. Now, John's back office is so massive to some of you, like, you know, that don't see it live like me, because I go around his house obviously most days. And, you know, in the early days before I started, I was watching, as you saw, you know, back at the start. And I was impressed then. You know, I was like, wow, you've earned all this money passively. And, you know, it's just such an incredible income. And the fact that he's on that kind of income now is just, it's life-changing money. It's just absolutely inspiring, really, for a 78-year-old man that didn't know 15 months ago how to turn on a computer and change it for it.
Could I butt in there, Kev?
Yeah, yes, you can.
18 months ago, I was living on a state pension. A state pension that Pauline and I had paid into between us. My Pauline was a state registered nurse, and we all love the nurses at this present moment in time, don't we? And the pension for the two of us, state pension, 100 years paying in, is £260 a week. 100 years of paying in. We weren't totally in the decision of, do we put the heating on or do we buy the food? But we came across CashFX. We worked the living crap out of it. Do you know what? Our future, although a lot shorter than Kevin's is going to be, our future is already made. When we want to book a holiday for our son and daughter-in-law and pay for the bloody lot.
Stop swearing.
Oh, that's it. That's not naughty swearing, is it?
Tell me off.
We can do it. And you know, if any father would relish the opportunity to make sure that their children are far better off than they ever were. And I am so proud of Kevin that he's got into CashFX. He's seen the potential. And Kevin's building his own fortune. The terrible thing is for Kevin, I hate to tell him that when his mum and me pop our clogs, he inherits the lot.
I do.
He do, and he won't even need it. So over to you, Backer Kev.
That's amazing, John. At the end of the day, John, certainly those figures show you what's available, down the road as you build a business. And it is, if you treat CFX like a business, okay, and you work it consistently and be laser focused, those are the kind of incomes you're going to earn, right? Is it easy? Of course it's not. You got to put some work in to earn that kind of money that fast. This is no get rich quick scheme. Okay, believe that. This is no get rich quick scheme. This is a work your ass off, and you will achieve massive rewards for that. Now, what I want to say is get back to the person that obviously invited you to this presentation, guys, and they will answer any questions you've got. Okay, go over to our YouTube channel, do your due diligence. That's important. Do your due diligence, find out about the company. And when I say that, find out off members. There is plenty of members out there that will tell you exactly what's happening with CFX, okay, and tell you the truth of CFX. The fact that, as I said earlier, our CEO comes on live on YouTube at the end of every month and gives corporate updates to the world. Shows how transparent this company is. It's all there for you. All you need to do is make that decision to come in at whatever level you can afford. And we always say that, only come into CFX at a level that you can afford. Don't go taking loans out or anything like that. Say I came in at 300, John came in at 500, I think Julian came in at 1,000. But that, come in at a level you can afford, because you can build your business. And even if you want to come in as just a passive member, you will build your business. My son has come in as a passive member, and he started with a $300 contract about 11 months ago, and he's just about to upgrade to 2,000. Now he's just sat there and let the rewards come in, and he's been able to upgrade and upgrade. Doing the team building side, that just makes the process go a lot faster, as John's just shown you on his back office.
Yeah.
Anyway, so with that, thank you guys. Next week's meeting, we have the host on next week's meeting, which is Mentor Rick Green, and doing the presentation, he's on tonight, is going to be Murray Forsyth doing the business presentation. So don't miss next Wednesday's presentation meeting, guys, because these guys are absolutely amazing guys, and John will be doing his back office and showing you, you'll see what's happened in the last week with John. It's just an incredible opportunity, guys, and in my opinion, you're crazy to miss out on this, especially for when it comes to we came into the business for what, $230. I'm like, there is no risk. Where's the risk in this business? When you can come in at such a low package. And as I said earlier on, me and Vicky are now, we have 2 packages. We're both just about to upgrade this month to 10K each. And we're earning between 2,500 and 3,000 a month. It's just an extraordinary opportunity, and just don't miss out, guys. Go see the person that invited you here to the presentation and join them. The help's there. You're not on your own, The help's there from John, Julie, everyone in the business. There's so much help out there to help you move through this business. You're in business it's your business, but you're not on your own. We're all there to support and help you move forward, because at the end of the day, your success is our success. Okay.
Absolutely.
So with that, I'm going to end the meeting. Thank you so much, Julianne, once again. An absolutely amazing presentation. Thank you, John, for sparing your time to show your back office again. And with that, have a great evening, guys, and we will see you soon.